Hey guys, in today's video is about soggy plantain recipe. Guys, I mean soggy, very soft, overripe plantain recipe. Yes, this is for those of us that might having this type of soggy plantain at home, and the next thing we think of is just doing away with them, throwing them away. No, there's a special recipe for this, and that is soggy plantain snacks. Right now, you will be needing this type of plantain. Very ripe, soft, soggy, very weak, if you want me to say it. So first thing we have to do here is to have our oil on fire, very hot. And by the time this oil will be hot, we shall be dropping this piece of onions to make it spicy or to give it that exotic taste, guys. The goal here is that the oil must be very hot. I mean very hot to make your soggy plantain crunchy. So right now, I will be peeling this plantain. There are two ways about this soggy plantain. It's either you peel it and cut them your chopping board, but I will be using food processor. So let's get started. Here, you peel it this way or any other way, push over like this. So peel it. You can see it's very soggy, guys. Wow. So if you have this type of plantain, don't just bother about throwing them away. Yes, it's a good recipe for it. So yeah, then wow, very weak. Very tired plantain. Yeah, but after frying it, guys, you will love it. Yeah, so okay guys, so here we are ready with our soggy plantains. Yeah, see them. And then so these are the peels. So this one's we'll be throwing them away. And so now we take a look at the oil. Very hot. Then I will just cut the onions and drop them in the hot. Yeah, the oil is hot already. It's not compulsory you must add the onions, guys, but when you add it, it will give your plantain that nice taste. So right now I will be chopping this soggy plantain. That you can chop them in your board, that is to say this way. You can just chop them this way. It's also good. You will achieve the same result. But if you don't have time to do it this way, you can just chop it like this. Yeah. So guys, now I will be frying this version, the one we chopped on the board. So the oil is ready. You can see the onions is already brown. So now it's time for us to add our chopped plantain. Make sure you chop it finely. Then we add it to the oil. Please don't add much at a time, otherwise it will soak up the oil. give it a good stir, and make sure you separate them, except if you like them curdled. If not, make sure you separate them. Then another thing here, you must fry them until they are dark brown. If they are not dark brown, they will not be crunchy. That is the goal here. It has to be fried until they are dark brown. That is to say, almost, not almost burnt anyway, not golden brown, guys. It has to be very, very brownish, dark brown. So at the end of the day, the oil won't stay. It won't soak or absorb oils that will make it softer. Because I've heard most people say, how do we fry this type of soggy plantain? In fact, some goes as far as adding flour, so make it a sort of a sort of plantain balls. That is, they mix it, they mash it, and they add flour to it. They add whole flour or just simple flour to make it sort of plantain ball snacks. But my own type of person, I don't really like issue of flour in my foods, so I decided to come up with this recipe and share it with you guys. So if you are the type that want your plantain soggy, you want to enjoy it that way without adding flour to strengthen it, then this is the way out. So you just make sure you separate it if you want. If you don't want it curdled, yeah. All right, guys, so this is what I mean. You see, you can see the brown. I mean, it has to fry to this extent that when it dries, it will be very, very crunchy. Yeah, this is it. So now we put it in our strainer. Yeah. So you scoop out the entire thing. Make sure the strainer you are putting is not soaking oil. So you raise it above this. Raise it above this way, or you just add something to support. So this is it. So now we'll be doing the rest. I'll show you how I will do the rest with food hydrator. So I just do it this way so that it won't soak oil. Otherwise, it won't be crunchy at the end of the day. And our aim, that is why we fry it to look dark brownish this way, is for it to be crunchy. So by the time you leave it, when you place your strainer, if you don't place it above spoon or anything like this, then it will continue soaking oil and the oil won't drip out. Then your plantain will continue to be soggy. It won't dry. So now let us do another batch. Okay, guys, so another option is to slice them in your food processor. Here we go. So in case if you know what I used slicer, food processor slicer. So this is what I use. I didn't mash it, I will just slice it that way. So if you don't have food processor slicer, you can just chop it on your board, just as I did. So right now, guys, as usual, the oil is very, very hot now, and we shall be adding our soggy plantain. In a very hot oil. Make sure the oil is very, very hot. If your oil is not very hot, it will soak up the oil. So guys, that is it here. So what you do is just continue to give it a slow stirring this way, and you can see the way I separated them. I scoop and separate them this way, because I wouldn't want them to be curdled at the end of the day. But if you want it curdled, that is, if you want enjoy it curdled together like this, then it's well. But I want them to be separated. So that's why I love it. And separating it as well will make you to find out if there's any particular one that is chunky, so otherwise it won't get dried. So be careful, guys, when doing this in a very hot oil, as it has the tendency of boiling over the stove, and it might be very, very dangerous because of inflammations. So we are still on, the level of high heat. That is what you use to fry it, to make it crunchy. I didn't lower the temperature of the heat here. So and I will leave it for it to fry to darkish brown we desire. So guys, this one is already also done, so you can see. So you just scoop it out when it has this color, because at the end of the day it will continue browning, the hot oil on it will continue darkening it. So you bring it out when it's this level. Okay guys, so finally this is it. You can see how it's sounding. This is the onions we added, some of the flakes. So you can see this is exactly how it should sound after 20 to 30 minutes or even more. So this means it's very, very dry. It's crunchy. Hope you can hear the sound. So this is the outcome of our soggy plantain snacks. This is how it should look like. Yeah, very sweet, guys. So at this stage now, you might decide to add salt or dry pepper, dry ginger powder, onion powder, whatever. So now I'll be adding little salt, just to spice it. And then I'll be adding some pepper powder to spice it up as well, guys. So that is it. So finally, this is our soggy plantain snacks recipe. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye bye.